Hey, what's up everyone? John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing an updated comparison of the language apps from Pimsleur and Duolingo. I did this same review back in early 2022, but since then, both companies have made some massive changes to their programs, and I wanted to make sure our content was updated. So today we're going to be taking a totally fresh look, and I'll let you know which language app I see as being better. And by the way, I should mention here that since I'll just be focusing on the major highlights and lowlights in this video, if you find you need some more detail at any point, you can always check out our full detailed written comparison over on our website of these two apps. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Pimsleur vs Duolingo. It's the quickest way to find it. Okay, so first up, I just want to provide a high-level overview of how each app works before diving into each program's strengths and weaknesses. I think that'll help provide some context. So let's start with Pimsleur. Their lessons are rooted in conversational practice. To start each lesson, you complete a 30-minute audio exercise where a moderator speaking in English walks you through a guided conversation step by step. You listen to a few sentences in your target language, the moderator will briefly stop to explain the situation to you, and then he'll have you participate by answering questions and repeating phrases. This 30-minute audio exercise is really the heart of the Pimsleur lessons. Then, after the audio lesson, you review and reinforce what you just learned through a variety of drills and exercises. It's kind of like class followed by homework in a way. These reinforcement drills include reading drills, digital flashcards, quizzes, pronunciation training, and speed games. And that's Pimsleur in a nutshell, core audio lessons followed by detailed review exercises. Now, Duolingo, on the other hand, is much different. Their lessons are a lot shorter and don't have any core audio exercises like Pimsleur's do. The typical Duolingo lesson takes just 5 minutes and consists of rapid-fire drills, such as listening drills, fill in the blanks, matching pairs, verbal practice, and writing full sentences, just to name a few. The lessons go by super fast, and a lot of times you'll end up doing 2 or 3 lessons in one sitting. So in that respect, Duolingo's lessons are a lot leaner and less robust than Pimsleur's. But that's not the full story, because Duolingo's program is also fundamentally different. And that's because Duolingo isn't just about lessons. Their program is also meant to be like a game, where you connect socially with friends, earn XP points, compete in leagues, and buy things with gems. It's much more game-like than Pimsleur's program. But from a high level, that's how the two companies compare. The key takeaway here is that the Pimsleur lessons take around 45 minutes to an hour to complete from start to finish, and place a very strong emphasis on listening and speaking in the context of simulated conversations, while the Duolingo lessons are much shorter and are intended to be much more game-like. And by the way, if you want to see some examples of the lessons or drills from either company, make sure to check out that full detailed written comparison that I mentioned earlier in this video. I'll have it linked down below in the description for you. I have screenshots and examples over there so you can get a better feel for what to expect. Alright, so before we dive straight into talking about what I like and don't like about each app, let's quickly talk about pricing and cost. So, Duolingo is known for being the free app, right? Their basic subscription is free. You just download the app, make a profile, and start doing lessons. But obviously there are some drawbacks with the free version, such as limited daily mistakes, tons of ads, and limitations around navigating new and old lessons. So if you want to upgrade to get rid of those negatives, you can sign up for Super Duolingo. That's their premium version. It costs just $84 for an annual subscription, making it about $7 per month. Or they have a family plan if you want to split with friends and family. That costs $120 per year or $10 per month. Then with Pimsleur, there is no free version. They've just got a couple different monthly pay-as-you-go subscription options. First, there's Pimsleur Premium, which gets you access to one language. That costs $20 per month. Or there's Pimsleur All Access, that gets you access to all 50 of Pimsleur's languages and costs $1 more per month, i.e. $21 a month. So in terms of cost, clearly Duolingo is much cheaper. Even their paid version is about half the cost of Pimsleur. Though I would just note that Pimsleur is pretty good about running discounts where you can lock in a lower rate, and they even have a free 7-day trial period where you can test out their program before committing. I would actually recommend doing just that before buying. Try it out for a few days and make sure you like the audio lessons. I'll have a link to that free trial down below in the description, so make sure to check out that text down below the video screen and link on over for that free trial if Pimsleur sounds like the right fit for you. It's worth kicking the tires on this course. Okay, so now that you have an idea of how the companies compare in terms of cost and lesson format, let's get into the major pros and cons of each program. And let's start with Pimsleur. The clearest advantage of the Pimsleur program is that they're much better than Duolingo at developing your verbal skills. One of the biggest accelerants of learning a new language is getting immersed. You need to hear and speak the language in very heavy doses and frequently. And the reality is that Duolingo just doesn't give you that opportunity. They have some short stories that give you minor spurts of language immersion, but they're nothing even close to Pimsleur. The audio lessons from Pimsleur are awesome for developing your listening and speaking skills, and you'll build an ear for understanding the language much more quickly with their daily audio exercises. So bottom line, Pimsleur's in-depth audio lessons are a major advantage for them. Then, second, I want to talk about Pimsleur's new voice coach feature. So historically, Pimsleur never had any speech recognition software. It was always something missing from their program, and it was always something I knocked on. But this past year, they've rolled out this new feature called Voice Coach, which so far seems great. The tech is very accurate, more so than Duolingo even in my opinion. Sometimes I've noticed that with Duolingo, you can butcher a phrase and their software will still tell you that you did an excellent job. It's just okay tech. But Pimsleur software seems to be really strong. When you screw up your pronunciation, it'll tell you. And one feature that I especially like about it is challenge mode. When you turn this on, you'll be prompted in English to say a phrase in your target language with no hint as to how to say it, so it makes you think critically about what to say, plus you still need to nail your pronunciation. It's very difficult, but very, very helpful. Okay, so pro number 3 of the Pimsleur course for me is the flexibility of their audio lessons. So, even though the Pimsleur lessons take way longer to complete, about an hour versus 5 minutes for Duolingo, one really nice thing about the audio portion of each lesson is that you're not tied to your phone. You don't have to be staring at the screen, matching word pairs and typing phrases in. With the audio lessons, you can hit play and go about whatever you're doing. You can do a lesson while you're gardening, doing yoga, taking the dog for a walk, whatever. Basically, I like that you can be productive with your time while still doing a lesson. It's a huge bonus. You can even do an audio lesson while you're driving. It's awesome. Okay, so my last quick win for Pimsleur is that they don't teach you weird phrases. One knock that everyone has on Duolingo is that they use some weirdo phrases in their program. They'll ask you to spell or repeat random stuff, like the turtle is wearing a blue sweater, or my tooth is flying. These are real phrases I've seen. It's just nonsensical stuff that a lot of times will give you pause. It's obviously just random word combinations that the Duolingo algorithm throws together, but it's a little bizarre and you don't get that with Pimsleur. You only get real natural phrases with them. Anyway though, that's Pimsleur and what I like about their program over Duolingo. So let's get to the goods with Duolingo now. But before I hit you with that, I should just mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free language learning course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. Everyone out there is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to enter, but just know that it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know. You could win a totally free subscription to Pimsleur or Duolingo. Okay, Duolingo. And my first advantage for them is just how fun they make language learning. With how they gamify the language learning experience, their app is legitimately fun and somewhat addicting. It's almost like a questing game and you get kind of hooked. You earn XP points with every lesson, you can do friend quests, you can spend gems you earn on tools, you compete in leagues against other users, they nag you with that little green owl about keeping up your daily streak. It's just a really fun, motivating environment for learning, and I really like this aspect of their app. Then, number 2, I really like that Duolingo offers a free version. If you're on a tight budget, you can get most all of the benefits of the app without having to drop a cent. It's perfect for those people looking to keep things cheap. It's literally the only language learning app on the market that offers a halfway decent free version. Other apps say they have free versions, but none of them are sustainable on a long-term basis like Duolingo's free version. Though, do keep in mind there are some limitations. You will get hit with a bunch of ads, and there are caps on your daily usage with their heart system. In essence, hearts equal mistakes, and if you make too many mistakes in a lesson, then you're done for the day. And there are some limitations around navigating new and old lessons. Just keep that in mind if you're looking for the free version. And my last one for Duolingo is how short their lessons are. Again, you've got a major difference here in terms of lesson length with these two companies. Pimsleur's lessons take close to an hour to finish all in, while Duolingo's take just 5 minutes. Now, you can pause Pimsleur's lessons and always come back, but if you're stretched for time and only want to learn 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there, Duolingo might be a better choice given the length of Pimsleur's lessons. But anyway, that about does it for the detail in this comparison, so let's get to my final thoughts. Should you choose Pimsleur or Duolingo to learn a new language? Well, my verdict here is pretty straightforward, and looking at which program is more effective for actually learning a new language, it's clearly Pimsleur. Their program is just much more robust and comprehensive. With their in-depth audio lessons and detailed reinforcement drills, you're going to develop an intermediate level of fluency a lot faster with them. But with that said, I do think there is some merit to the short, addicting Duolingo lessons, and I think the best solution of all would honestly be to use both. Given just how different these programs are, I actually think they complement each other pretty nicely. I would suggest using Pimsleur as your mainstay learning program, maybe doing 2 to 4 full lessons per week, and then mixing in Duolingo around that in short stints. Duolingo would be a great supplement to drive home vocab and keep you motivated. And that's all I got for you. I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little something about both Duolingo and Pimsleur. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping us a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed rating comparison of these apps that I mentioned earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website, testprepinsight.com, or check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. We got a bunch of great content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.